up with the 2.2.6 basic operators in Swift. So what are the Swift simple basic operators are there into the Swift language? We'll cover today. So quickly we'll open the Xcode, and in this Xcode I need to go and just create a playground rather than a project. As I promised you, like we need to focus on only playground till like we are not preparing ourselves for the Swift basic fundamentals. After learning everything, like we'll proceed for the Xcode project. So don't click this create new project button till you are not expert into you are not comfortable into the Swift basic fundamentals, right? So the basic should be very strong. So now basic operators and Swift, this is a playground which I'm creating on desktop only. So I created this. Now what I need to do, I will remove everything and I'll copy paste whole thing there, so that one by one I can just hit all the things and we can learn this properly. So these are the sections. Like section 2 is saying section 2 is going on, and inside that 2.2.6 is there. So if you are not aware about the 2.2.5, then go and just check the YouTube video over there, like all detailed description is available. So rest, like section 1 and section 2, you can cover it up and you can come here. Now I'm just covering this basic operators in Swift today. So assignment operator, first I'll take this one. What is the assignment operator? So as I told you, like in the property, once you will declare any property, on that time like you need to assign a value, stored property, right? So anything you are just giving, like any value you are giving to any property, you can't give anything without this assignment operator. That's all. It's pretty simple, right? Now the property second is saying arithmetic operators. We know very well there are 4 things: plus, minus, multiply and divide. How you will use them, this is also pretty easy, right? So we have let a and integer 5, and the let b, this is 5, right? So if you want to create sum, then you can use a plus b like that, right? If you want to create multiply, then multiply can be look like that. Same like that you can just do the division and subtraction as well, right? That's pretty simple. So now if you will run this, then it will tell you the result. Minus will be there. So everything is in front of you, and it's pretty simple, right? Those operators, arithmetic operators. So sum will be 10, multiply will be 5 into 5, 25, and division will be 1, and this minus will be 0 at all. So no big deal is there, right? Reminder, what you need to do, reminder is nothing, like whatever value, the reminder should be always 0. Like how you will identify, like if you want to find even numbers, right? Then how you can just use this reminder operator, like you have a list, and that list will hold 1, 3, 5, 2, 6, 8 and 13, right? So even and odd, both mixture is there. I'll create a for loop. I'll check the inside value, and this list will become like that, and I will check this integer, like if my values reminder of 2 is equals to 0, that means I can just load this value into a even list integer array, right? Like that. So even list integer array will be there. I'll append into this and this value, the even value, else I will not do anything, and it will be simply like stored into my even list, right? It's pretty simple. So 268 is there through this reminder. So reminder will be equals to 0, and you can use the reminder operator like that, right? Now what you need to do, unary minus operator and unary plus operator, those two things I'll cover together. So how you will do, like there is a let a and b was available, right? A and b. So here I can use let c, it can be 5 again, and let d, it can be 5 again, right? Now what I need to do, I have a where sum or something like that, or another value, right? Another value, and this another value, if I will use this c as a another value, I have suppose 20 inside this, and if I want to change something into the another value, and if I will do like minus c, so don't think like it will give like 15 result, like it will decrease the minus 5 from this. It will directly assign the minus 5 only to another value, right? So it is there minus 5. So it's basically like my positive and negative symbols. If you want to change into your variable, then you can give this unary plus and minus and division and all operators, right? So if you will use divide and multiplication, then what will happen, can you see? So it will tell you is not a prefix unary operator. So unary operator for the plus and minus only, right? So positive number or negative number, it will look like that only. Now what you need to do, you can just proceed and check what are the compound assignment operators. That are pretty, those things are pretty strong things. So if you will go there and cover this number 6, compound assignment operator is nothing like you have the c and d, right? So suppose I can comment this off, and I can use the 6 here also, c and d will be here. So if I have another value, and if I want to add or subtract from this value, then what I will do, I will do plus equals to c. So what will happen, I need to check. So it will be look like 25, right? So minus will be also work over there, so it will be 15, right? And also multiply will work here as well, I know this, it will work here. So 100 will be the multiplication, right? So 20 into 5. Now division will be also work here, so it's also working, right? 4. So these are the compound assignment operators, right? So those can be 4 types, right? So it can be plus equals. Compound assignment is, you know very well, this is equal, and compound, that means some value over there. Plus, minus, and multiply and division, right? Those things it will work there with this compound assignment operator. Now what you need to do, you need to cover the 7th one. We know pretty easy, if you are aware from the C++, Java and all, you are using those comparison operators already, right? So if you have the same thing here again, I'll comment this, and I'll come here. So C and D have 5 values. If suppose I can just make it like 10, and I can just compare this with those operators, equals to, if C will be equals to D, and it will work like, you know, print equal, right? Print equal, yes, I can just print like yes. So now equal operator will work, it is working here. Why? Because if you will go and check one integer, what is the integer actually? So if I will go and check, my integer is a swift.mat.integer, and inside that what exact form of it, what type, like it's a struct type, right? And it's a struct type, and it's confirming some internally some protocols, and those are just referring the equitable as well. So string and everything are equitable, so we can just equalize and we can just compare them, right? So because of this, this operator is working. Now c equals to d is okay. Now not equals to will work like that. C equals to d, then you need to be compare like that, then it will print yes. Otherwise, like, it will not print yes, right? And also if it is not, then that means yeah, it's not equal to, then it will print yes. And the greater than, and if c will be greater than d, then this condition will true, and less than d, then this condition will true. Now this one will also be c is equals to 8 or not, like both will be 10 10, then also it will print yes, right? So, and same opposite reciprocal will be there, and you can do like it can be less than as well, but equal to, so it will print yes. That's all. So comparison operators are pretty simple. Now what is a Nil-Coalescing operator, that you need to take care. So inside the Swift, what's happening, we know very well, in the previous chapters we completed this optional string value. So if my string type is optional, that means it can be nil, right? And if you don't know about this optional thing, then you can just watch my last property videos. Over there I briefly explained all the things. Now it is saying redeclaration is there. Maybe I just declare somewhere else. I need to comment this, and I'll come here, iOSCoder will be there like that. Now this is a value, but I don't want to assign the value. Then what will happen? So there we know very well in other programming, one more operator is there, which is the conditioning operator, which is saying like my boolean variable will be there, state is okay will be my false thing. And if or we can just say where new value, and that new value will go with this is okay. Like if everything will be okay, then I'll write okay, otherwise I'll write not okay. So once you will print this, you will see not okay will be there, because no value is there, right? So now if you will print, if you will give a value over there, that means I'm sorry, here if you will make it true, then that means it will be okay, right? So this operator also you need to take care. According to the condition of true and false, it will give you the result. First value will be true and second value will be false. Now we can come on our Nil-Coalescing operator. This Nil-Coalescing operator will say to you like, hey, listen, if you are printing something and which will come nil, right? So if it is everything is coming nil, that means it's a nil. You need to handle this. If nil value will be there, then you don't need to show the nil. You can show other value and you can fill that cup, right? So if you have an empty cup, you can fill that cup. So where new name value is dependent on the name, and if my name is nil, then I can print name was nil like that, right? And if you will see, it will say name was nil, right? So if you will give the value here, iOSCoder it will automatically, also it is breaking the optional chaining as well. So once you will print this new value and you will print the older value, you will see the difference. Here this name is coming as a optional and the new name is coming, can you see? So optional, it's wrapped with the optional, so it's unwrapping the optional, also it's giving a proper value. If value will be not there, then it will assign a nil value over there, right? So like that you can use this. Now you have a range operator which is divided into three parts. I'll describe you properly. So I'm commenting this now, and if you will go and just do the range operator, here what's happening, here is a close range operator, half range operator, and one side range for name in like this. So if you will delete everything and you can just do like that, these kind of ranges will be there, and also you can make like this as well. So these three types will be there for the one side range. Now I can just go and check, like what is a close range operator? It's a three dots, right? So I'll take this 9.1 first. 9.1 first, that means there are three dots. It's not, you are not able to see them properly, so I'm just saying three dots will be there. Now for I have an index, okay, in a range which will start from 1 to 3 dots till 10, so it will be a table, right? So if I want to print a table, then what I will do, print the index of this first. So we can just look around this index. So what index is coming over there? So it will go till 10 and it will print 1 to 10, right? 1 to 10. I'll comment all the top print things because those are not required and that will confuse us. Okay, that's all. So now if you will print everything, it will come as a this indexing 1 to 10. So if you want to print the table 2's table, then 2 into like index you can just use, and equals to operator will be there, and the value will be index into multiply 2, right? So once you will see the table will come like that, right? So it's perfectly fine. Like that you can use this close range operator. Now the 9.2 is saying half range operator. How it will work, that I'll tell you. So it will also work into the 4, like index will be there, but some list will be there, like let I have a list, like names are there, right? And this is a string array, and there is a, there is a b, and there is a c value, right? And these ABC values are available there, and I need to go and check this half range operator. Then I'll put a 0 and this, and then names dot count, and I need to print the index, how much it will go, how it will go. First I need to check this, right? I'll comment this, the top one, because we understood properly. Now you need to give the gap after the 0, otherwise it will give you error. Now 0 1 2, that means array always start from 0, and it always before the count, like 1 2 3, it will stop, right? Because it's starting from 0. So if it is starting from 0, that means it will go till 2, because it is less than only, so it will not equal. So what you can say, you can just print all the values corresponding to this index, same like names, and what value is there, it will print the value, right? So you can use these kind of things, like this operator, half range operator, better for checking all the array, because array start from 0 to -1 count, like whole count of the length of the array, right? So here you can use this. Now the half range operator is completed. You can just consider this 9.3. This 9.3 is saying one side range. How it will useful for you? So like for I have a range, this one, right? So I'll uncomment the naming. So name array is there, ABC is there. What I will do, I'll say name in my names. That's all. So in my names, how my name will print over there, I'll see this. So you will see here it required 3 rather than 2. So, and if you want a less than, then it will be 2. Now if you will run this, you will see C is there. That means A, B, C, it started from the last. It started from the last. So if I will change this like that, then what will happen? I need to see. So it will start from the first, right? So A, B and C, that is the difference, right? So if you don't want to go like that, you can put 1, then A will only print, right? A, B will print, 0, 1 will print. If you want 0 only, then what will happen? I need to see. A will only print, right? Same like that, if I will place a 0 here, then what it will print? ABC will print, because it started from the last index, right? So 0, 1 and 2. Now it is slowly going up, then it will decrease the value, right? B and C. 0, it's ignoring 0. Well, then it will ignore the 1 as well, and it will go to C. Now if I will, what happen if I will put 3? What happen if I will put 3? Then nothing is there, nothing is crashing, so no harm is there, and it's not checking and it's ignoring value, right? It's going as a false, so no crash is there, right? So this is the benefit of this range operator, right? So like that you can use this. Now if you want to use the range operator, like 2 will be there, right? Now here if I will give 4, then what will happen? It's an error, right? Because it's going down, it's going out of box, right? Because values are 0, 1 and 2, but you are giving 3, 4. That means 2 index more than our actual names, right? So suppose if you are not understanding, I can just give you the brief idea about this. Like this is our array 0, 1 and 2. This is our array index. A is here, B is here and C is here, right? And I am giving the index 3 and 4 which is not present. Then it is saying, hey, listen, till C, till 2 your list is there and you are giving me the 4. How it will possible? That's why this error is coming, right? So what you need to do, or you can just put 3. Then if count is 3, then again it will give a problem, right? Because you said you thought like 1, 2 and 3 is there, then it will be okay. No, it will start from 0, 1 and 2. Stack will start from 0, 1, 2. So you can just use 2 and then it will work and it will give you value. But how you can prevent this? Right? So how you can just prevent this value? Then you can just use minus, and you can use names.count as well, right? Because names.count will be dynamic, and then you don't need to take care of all the things for the long data, and you can run like that as well, right? 6 will be there. Then you don't need to count the values statically, right? And it will never ever crash. Now one more thing I want to tell you, like if you are declaring a range, like that range will be there, like I'm creating a range like 0 to 5 I gave, right? So if I will print, I'll print a range value dot uh, range dot contain one function is there element. If I will put till 5, it will work and it will say true. It always give you response as a boolean value, true or false. If you will give 6, that means this range is not okay and it is a false value, right? So you can check the range like that as well by this thing, right? Now what you need to do, you can just understand the last thing. You understood everything. Now logical operators, that also we are completely aware about this thing. If you are coming from a programming background, still not, but this course is for everything I want to create for freshers. So I will explain this as well. Like logical operators, what are logical? Like this operator is saying, representing not. This those two things are saying and this is or, right? How it will work? Let a equals to 5 and let b equals to 5, and now I want to check with those operators, right? So if, and one more thing is there, one more thing I want to tell you here, like a boolean variable also there is okay, right? If I will make it false, right, and I'll check not okay or okay, right? So how I can check? If is okay is not okay, that means it's not okay, right? Is okay is not okay, that means it's a false value. Then it will say print yes, it's a false value, right? And in the else, what you need to do, you can just make this thing yes, it is a true value, right? And it's a true value, no yes and but. Yeah, so false is there, that means yes, it's a false value. And if you will do like that true, then it will go like that and it will say it's a true value, like that. You can check this is okay property, right? Here itself, like uh, if you will remove this, then it will work just opposite. Like yes, it's a false value, it's not a false value, now it's a true value, right? So if you want to make a true result to false and false result to true, then you can use this one, right? Otherwise the original state will look like that. If is okay is there, that means it's a true. You can write this like that as well, both are same. For your convenience, Swift gave you, like you can just do this is okay like this only, okay? So if is okay will be look like true, then it will go to the true, and false, if you want to change this thing, then you can use not and it will change the property, right? Property value. So not okay is not. Now it represent not I'm not, right? Like that. Now you can just compare and. So if here and operator will be there here. So if a is equals to 5 and b is equals to 5 as well, then you can print yes, right? So here what's happening, a is 5 and b is 5, but and operator is going on, so that means you need to follow both conditions, then it will come here, right? So if you will do like 7, then it will not come here, yes will not print, right? That means it's not. So both conditions should be appropriate, and those should be worked in both conditions. Both conditions should be applied from the AND side, right? So AND is forcing you for the conditions. If both conditions will be okay, then I will go into this code and you can just do your stuff inside this code snippet, right? But opposite to this, or is saying I am very flexible, no need to worry. If b is not okay and b is not from 5, still I'll go, any one value can be 5, right? Then it's fine, like that, right? So you can use these things like that. Now at the last, you want to go with the identity operator. Here generally people confuse, so it's nothing like identity operator is nothing like what it it's happening here. Like I just explain you stack, now I'm explaining you a heap is there, memory is there. Inside that, suppose I created a class variable, right? And class is a reference type. Keep in mind, class is a reference type. I'll explain you further as well. Reference means it will take the reference from one to another, right? So whatever, if I will like it's like if I'm the father and I have a son, if my son will hurt, I will hurt, like that. So if I a inherit one thing, a create a is like a is initialized, and after the initialization of a into the heap, right, into the heap, b is also initialized by the same reference, right, the same reference, right? So I need to check whether my reference are equal or not. So memory address will be remain same, whatever properties will be inside the b, if I will change them, the a's property also will change, right? So this is called reference type. So inside this, if those are like uh, pointing to the same memory, that means I need to check that one, right? So how I will check? I'll create a class a, right? And here if I will create a var name, and if you will go string and like iOS, right, I'll do like this, and where I'll create a object 1, and which will be a, and by this a I'll create this object 1, like create another object which will be obj2, and which will be also a, but I'll initiate with this heart, obj1 heart. I will not introduce it as a fresh, right? So the body is from obj1 and head is my obj2. Now if I will check this, from if obj1 is equals to is obj3, that means I'm identifying like address is there same or not. So obj1 and obj2 are pointing to same reference at memory, right? Memory space. That means if you will hurt obj2, or if you will change property of obj2, then obj1's property also will change, right? So I need to run this. Yeah, obj1 and obj2 are pointing to the same reference at the memory, right? Instead of this, like if I want to check this one also, as I'm just saying, if I will change obj2 dot name, and if I'll say Java, and once I'll print the obj2 dot name, also I'll print obj1 name, which was previously iOS, but now it will be Java because it's reference type, right? That's what I wanted to tell you. Yeah, so if you will go there and run this program, you will see the proper difference, obj2 and obj1 will be the same values. So Java is there, right? Before that, if you will print, before initialization, obj1 was your iOS. So obj1 was your iOS, sorry, yeah, obj1 was iOS, and then it changed everything, right? So you hit the obj2 and you change the obj2, but it reflect to the obj1. So it's a reference type. Now what I will do, if I will do the struct here and I'll compare this identity operator, it will say, hey, listen, argument type A expected to be the instance of the class and class constraint type only, right? Not a struct, because a struct is a value type. I'll tell you further because it's a altogether different chapter. I will go with another section which will be the 2.2.7. okay, don't worry about this. So for this, like, you completed the whole thing. Hope you enjoyed this basic operator things. Now everything is crystal clear here, and we are completely okay with this section 2.2.6 basic operators in Swift. Now no worries, like, practice it and take this weapon in your pocket for next for practicing all the data structure and algorithm kind of things. You can use those operators over there, right? So if you really like this video, like, kindly please share to your friends and your loved ones, because I'm just doing my best here. So maybe you liked it, and if you really like it, please share as much as you can share it, right? So thank you so much. Thanks for watching this.